everybody, this is Samhita Sharma from Analytics Insight, and I'm feeling extremely elated to welcome you all to today's session of our panel discussion. The topic we are supposed to debate today is AI and its impacts on small and medium businesses. Well, what an amazing time it is to start with holiday spirit filled in the air and festivities all around, and we've gathered here to share our knowledge with each other. So, without any further ado, let's get into the event. Well, today we are here to discuss something that almost every new businessman has been wondering about till now. These days, we encounter how these business giants like Amazon and Facebook are using AI to the fullest. It makes us curious to know if AI can be used by small and medium businesses too. Implementation of automation and smart intelligence can ease up a huge part of operations for small and medium enterprises. So, to know more about this, we have the industry leaders gathered here today to enhance our knowledge and understanding of artificial intelligence and its impacts on small and medium businesses. I feel extremely privileged and honored to introduce to you all the elite panelists for today. We have Ms. Farah Jamli, Assistant Professor, Higher Institute of Computer Science and Telecom, and Mr. Christopher R. Salem, CEO of Business Industry Advisor, CRS Group Holdings, LLC. I welcome you all to the discussion today. So, without any further ado, let's start the event.
Yes, pleasure to be here. It is late morning here.
Yeah, I know. My mistake. Here in India, it's an evening for us. So, how is your day going on so far, sir?
It's going great. Just had a group meeting with a client here to participate here in the panel discussion, and yeah, it's going to be a busy day today. But looking forward to the holiday season.
Amazing. Are you geared up for today's session, sir?
Yes, I am ready to listen and contribute here in the next last hour here that we're on. Yeah.
Right. That sounds amazing. So can we start? Firstly, I'd like to ask you about a very basic question, that forms like a foundation to this topic today. And that is, what do you think, or rather, how do you think AI can help small and medium businesses altogether for their growth and development?
Well, I think right now, you're seeing more small businesses than you've ever seen before. Small businesses, it's not like something new, right? There's been lots of small businesses over a period of time. But, now with the pandemic, you've seen a lot of people forced out for either once there was a decline in their industry, companies had to let people go, and people had to venture into their own companies. And with that being said, the companies that are going to have the advantage over other small companies are going to be the ones that are going to be using AI. Not that they're relying on AI in itself, but they're using AI in a way that's going to allow them to be more effective and efficient. So it's a combination of that human capital, developing yourself if you have a small team, and then using the AI and the data science to really be able to deliver more value. So this way you can be more proactive in solving challenges and creating solutions and really getting in touch with the customer you serve or the prospect that you're looking to get in front of, that you could be more value. So it's those small businesses that are embracing AI early rather than later that are going to have the advantage over others.
Perfect. So another question is, what sort of a financial backup you should think that an MSME business should have before they start using AI in their operations?
Well, I would say that, again, you don't have to be an expert in AI, but it's just knowing that there are resources out there that could help you, and don't be afraid to invest in those resources that can help integrate AI into your business model, and that you can learn along the way. Focus on the things that you're really good at, and then allow those outside resources, or if you have to hire someone to bring somebody in, to let them do their part in this particular area. AI is always evolving. It has since the beginning, and it's going to continue to do so. So it's just learning as you go, and not being afraid to think that you have to know it all up front in order to move forward, that you could start where you're at and embrace the process of it to move forward.
True, true, true. And do you think MSMEs can also use data science tools? If yes, then in what way could they be used?
Well, data science is critical. I mean, it's going to be the stuff that it's going to be the insight that's going to allow us to apply, and put it to use. So for me, those businesses that are that are looking to determine where there are new market opportunities, businesses that help other their customers to solve challenges and problems. This is going to be critical, because when you have that insight and you can come up with better solutions to help your market or your clients, you're going to be in demand, and it's going to be those organizations that are going to get the nod over the other. And again, the human capital side is the one that's building the relationships, nurturing those relationships, and letting the AI do some of the dirty work through data science and machine learning to help you move your business forward.
Perfect, perfect. So how big of a team of AI experts should you think must be in an MSME build to enhance their businesses?
Well, I think, that the more the better, of course. But when you come to reality, some smaller businesses may not have the manpower or the capital to invest in top quality talent. But knowing that, as the industry continues to evolve, there are going to be services out there that can help to streamline this for smaller businesses. So it's just, again, getting in where you can, doing your due diligence to find a resource that's going to be able to offer the best possible value within your budget to help you to become, even more value to the market and the customers that you serve.
Definitely, each factor has each value to contribute in this note. Also, what sort of inspiration do the medium level businesses draw from an extensive use of AI, like by the giants like Microsoft, Amazon, Apple, etc.?
Well, I think it's very inspiring. You look at those big companies and all the great things that they're doing, and it's no coincidence why Amazon is a $1 trillion company, and and Microsoft $1 billion company. It's because, again, they're constantly investing in technology like AI and data science, machine learning. They're investing in people, a combination. It's not one over the other. It's both. So it doesn't matter if you're $1 billion company, or you're doing a few million a year, or you're a very, very small business. You could tap into this technology where you're at, and really begin to kind of be more compelling to your market and the customers that you serve. So for me, it's very inspiring that when you see other companies doing great things, regardless of size, that can inspire you to do the same. You shouldn't be intimidated by it. You should be there to learn and grow and be inspired what you can do at that point to move forward and learn and grow along the way.
That's the central theme of any business, I guess. It's to learn and grow. That's amazing. It's amazing. Now, what sort of a financial backup do you think should an MSME business have before using AI in its operations?
Well, I would say that, you got to have some stability. If you're just starting out and you're raising money, or you got, your cash flow isn't consistent on some level. All right. Well, again, it's like with anything, with a business plan, you gotta work with what is the most important priority first to get that stability. Maybe in certain places, the AI is the first priority. Maybe it's not, but nonetheless, just knowing in your plan when you're able to get to that next level where AI fits in, that you can address it then. You don't have to do everything all at once, because in reality, you may not be in position to do so. So work with what you have right now to move the needle forward, to get the cash flow, and to begin to see where you can make investments or get loans if required to invest in the technology.
Right, right. So as a startup owner, should one solely depend on his or her data science associate, or should they actually personally learn about it? What's your say on this?
I would say, it depends on the situation. I'm always I'm always open-minded. So, you're not going to be everything for everyone. So the data you have is great. You want to be able to use that data, but be open to other data sources, and not to say that you just rely upon other data sources. You want to make sure you vet them, you make sure that they're credible, and that that this data is highly useful to help you move your business forward, and of course through your clients. So I would say it's a combination. It depends on the situation, the business that you're in, and some are going to be more reliant upon data more than others, and so it really comes down to the company and the industry you're in.
I guess that's how we grow, right? The more open we are, the
Yes,
more we grow. I know.
exactly.
So, do you think business administration studies help entrepreneurs to learn about AI use in their business?
I think that there are some great resources like yourself out there, that you're creating this knowledge, and you're not just talking about AI and data science in itself. You're really looking at the bigger picture. So I
I
feel
know.
I feel that the resources out there, whether if it's an educational institution, or it's whatever it is, that you're allowing the user, the person that's looking to get aligned with AI, whether if they're a data scientist in itself, they understand the technology, they work with it day in, day out, or it's somebody on the business side. They don't understand the technology in itself. They're not involved in the day to day, but they desire to know how the technology is going to enhance and improve their business. So it's looking at the bigger picture of things. And in today's world, because it's constantly changing, it's evolving, there's always going to be obstacles and challenges. Obviously what we're all facing collectively here with COVID and all the variants, that we can adapt. So, this is the decade of adaptability, and this is where AI and data science is going to play an important role in helping to adapt and to elevate your business forward, and help the customers that you serve in that market. So I think it's really the resources that look at the bigger picture, and providing ongoing education, but education that can be applied, not just education itself, that it can be applied, and allowing people to use it to what within their capability, and how they can really help their industry that they serve move forward.
And apparently, I think that post COVID, this is the time when we actually realized about the bigger picture you're talking about right now, in terms of technology and AI and data science. So, yeah.
Yeah.
So the next question goes like, can you give us a few examples of MSMEs who are actually using AI in their operations?
Well, I mean, there's some, I know, I have one of my startup companies is been utilizing it. A company called Achu. They're well, I wouldn't say that they're a startup because they've been around for about 4 years now, and they're part of a company called Datapult in Canada. So they've been using aspects of data science and AI, and within their algorithms to help in a wide variety of ways. Helping to detect sickness in the body. And, doing that, they're out of Toronto, Canada. We're actually in the Ontario area, not actually in Toronto, but in Ontario. So that would be one that I know that comes to mind if I'm thinking of a small business. And this is a company, maybe 30 people, maybe 35 people at best. And, this organization's working with Google, Fitbit. They've been doing some beta testing with Apple Watch, discussions with IBM Watson and Johnson & Johnson, and so on. So here's a small organization, 35 people, that's doing some of these great things with these large, well-known companies, because again, that AI gives them that edge, and again, they have people that understand it and know how to use it effectively. And the ones that are not involved in the day-to-day, that are involved in seeing the bigger picture from a business standpoint, they can be communicated to, so they know how to convey that to the market and industry they serve.
I know.
So that would be an example.
How cool is that? How cool is that? Also, what do you think is the exact role of big data in MSMEs?
What was that again? I say the question again.
What do you think is, or how important is the role of big data in MSME businesses?
Well, I think data is king. I mean, or it is. People used to say content is king, right?
King,
And
I know,
it
I
is.
know.
Content will always be important, but data is really even. I goes a step deeper because it's the data that goes into the content. It's what becomes part of the communication that is going to help businesses do business at a higher level, allow us to solve problems in a collaborative way, create solutions. So the data is critical and so important, but even more so in how we apply it. And this is where the AI, the machine learning comes in. And it's just going to be the ones that really dive deep into this and begin to use it are the ones, like I said, are going to really come out ahead and again improve their communications and leverage that content through the data to really really be an authority and an influencer in their industry.
Like, yeah, very well said. Data is actually king in today's tech-driven era. Now, moving to the next question, can you actually think machines can replace humans in these small-scale businesses today?
Well, I mean, I'm sure, yes. I mean, yes, it can. Now, is that going to be the answer for every business? Well, it depends, but probably I would say no, because again, there are going to be some companies, like you look at some certain pharmaceutical companies, AstraZeneca comes to mind as one. They'll tell you that, are there certain things that can replace, their people, certain scientists and what they do? Absolutely. Are they going to do that? No, because they understand that even though AI can do so many things, that there's still that human element that can have that conversation and communicate in a way that resonates and relates and understands. Not to say that the technology can just do that, but it takes that human element away. It depends on, again, if it's a robot or something, but nonetheless, I think it's going to come down again to the industry, the type of business that you're in. Are there going to be certain things that could be replaced, where you could replace? Absolutely. Some of the things that, again, where you have those mundane tasks that, really, does it really require a human being and paying them money and paying them benefits to do that? No, the AI can do a lot of that, but putting these people in training them to be in other types of roles that will better serve their customers at a higher level. So I think on the customer service level, the AI can replace a lot of things that humans used to do, but allow those humans to do other things that will allow them to really be that voice to help solve these bigger problems. So let the AI do a lot of the dirty work. Let it address some of the smaller issues, or the medium-sized issues that can be done. But then when it comes to a complex issue, use a combination of the AI and people, because that human element that's going to help people get through a big challenge. I think that, to me, is what works very well. So again, it depends on the industry, the company, product, and that type of thing.
Amazing. Can you please brief us about how robotics has been used? Again, the same question almost, but then can you name them, if you actually know some robots that have been used in these industries so far?
Well, I mean, again, just comes to mind. I mean, AstraZeneca is a pharmaceutical company that has used it very, very well. I mean, they use data science, and they're using certain applications of AI to help them, expedite, new drug ideas, and really, in this case, decreasing the time to have it go through a clinical study, and to evaluate before the drug is released. So this is giving these companies a huge advantage over bringing new medications that are therapeutic, that could help in heart disease and diabetes and respiratory issues, that, especially in today's world where these illnesses are constantly evolving, which is not good, that we could have certain ways that we can treat this in a proactive way rather than a reactive way. So this is where I see, like, a company like them really, using AI to its advantage, but it's a part of the human side, the human element that's making that happen.
Well, can you brief us about cloud computing and what's its role into these small and medium scale businesses today?
Well, cloud computing, like I said, I'm not an expert in itself on cloud computing, and there might be someone better served that could speak to that. But I would say that cloud computing is going to be very, very important. So it dependent upon what industry or type of company where that you're going to require cloud computing, and that's going to be play an important role. Is making sure that you find people that not only are very good at it, but even if they're not the best, that they're going to be able to adapt to your culture, and that they're going to be part of a team, because that's going to play an integral role, I believe, in any organization that's going to require cloud computing. That could be in a lot of different things. It could be insurance or whatever. So it's just making sure that, again, you're not looking, it doesn't have to be the best, but looking for the ones that are willing to be part of the team, and that you can integrate those people that are involved in that they can really learn and grow and help elevate your business to a whole new level with it.
Right. Is the extensive use of AI in small and medium industries sustainable? What are the chances of the harm?
I think that sustainability has been a word that's been used in a business like sense for the last, oh God, let's just say 15, 16 years now. A lot of sustainability got its really name in the business world when it came to like climate and environmental issues, looking at that. But now it's involved into business, thinking like, can you build sustainable models for success? Absolutely. I have a radio show called Sustainable Success, so I'm a big believer in that, and that yes. Now, does that mean when it's sustainable means that nothing can go wrong and everything is? No. I mean, there's going to be always, but you embrace the challenges. That's the beauty about AI and data science and machine, because there are going to be, as we grow, we solve new problems or solve old problems, create new solutions, but then there'll be other problems. But that's how we learn and grow. And I believe that if we can shorten the learning curve through the technology, that's just going to help us to be just more viable and create more sustainability in our businesses and in our lives. And again, that we're constantly plugging in to grow or learn and grow and apply on a daily basis, that, either directly or indirectly with the use of AI and data science.
Amazing. We just got the best answer from the best person for this particular question. Now, among these small and medium scale industries, like you have clothing and food and mechanics and all, so they are all likely to be benefited from AI anyway. But which industry in particular in these small and medium businesses do you think will be benefited from AI?
Well, I mean, I think there's a lot of different industries, but I mean, retail could be one. I mean, again, there are some people that still love the person they're dealing with, but you're seeing it with Amazon. Look what Amazon's done. I mean, a lot of retail stores went out of business because people had to, you'd have to have a real estate for it. You have to have inventory. People, you had to hire people, pay. In this case, a lot of people could do this, online, and if you could create a similar experience, just like going in. I'm not saying that department stores should go away and but finding some kind of way to create a better experience for the end user. So I feel that retail has suffered over the last 10 years, and Amazon hasn't, but others have. And I believe that this is instead of trying to stick to the ways you've been doing it, stick to your principles, but yet be willing to come out of your comfort zone to do something that's going to create a better experience, but yet you can do it in a way that's going to streamline your process and make it more efficient and more cost controlled to do that. So I feel that maybe that might be hard for small businesses in that case, but definitely for larger companies or companies that have a certain amount of cash flow, that could be a definite part of their strategy moving forward.
Yes, yes, totally. Also, what do you think is the role of AI in digital transformation?
Well, I think it's going to play an important role. I mean, digital. I mean, it's just like you're seeing all of this. And again, I'm not an expert in that in itself, but this, this metaverse stuff and NFTs and you get all these things that you're seeing that are happening right now in these virtual experiences. I believe, again, I think that it's going to play an important role because, again, I'll give you an example. I'm not a speaker. I am a speaker, and I speak all over the country, and I'm obviously here speaking here. Now, can I duplicate myself? Can I actually clone myself? Well, maybe you can, but but as of right now, I know I can't do that within my means. But with the technology out there, that AI, it may not be actually me, but it looks like me. And in a virtual way, I can still be doing, connecting with an audience, adding contextual content that delivers value. And I can be in more than one place at the same time through this technology. So I think that the organizations in the digital space that know how to leverage it correctly and get that content and, and create an experience to their audience, and they can be in more than one place at the same time, those are the ones that are going to benefit greatly from it.
Amazing. So in comparison to the global use of AI in small and medium scale businesses, where do you think India stands?
Well, I think India is remarkable. I mean, I think a lot of the talent when it comes in this area, it comes out of India. And, it could also be other parts of Asia, like it could be China and Singapore and that type of thing. But for me, I think India it offers a great resource because we live in a virtual world. So it doesn't necessarily mean people have to be in the United States or North America. They can be anywhere. And again, with the technology and then the communication being more efficient than it ever has before, I think India it creates a great opportunity for India to really leverage its talent there in this particular area to be a tremendous value for businesses that are headquartered here in the United States, depending upon the industry you're in, or even small businesses as well.
Amazing, amazing. Also, sorry to interrupt, and ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to take a moment to introduce to you all Miss Farah Jamli, the Assistant Professor of Higher Institute of Computer Science and Telecom. We welcome you, ma'am.
Hi, welcome.
Yeah. So, do you think cryptocurrency, things like cryptocurrency, NFTs, etc., also have to have a role to play in small businesses today?
Yeah. Hi. How are you?
Hello. I'm good. Thank you so much.
So I'm working on AI in cybersecurity context. Okay. So I'm working in how to use data science in cybersecurity context in order to detect intrusion. So given a set of alerts, we try to understand how the attack can be composed of different attributes, and then we propose a recommendation in order to stop the attack. So I'm using AI in this context. I'm applying many machine learning algorithms in order to obtain good results and good accuracy. So to answer to your question about cryptocurrency, yes, I also I know that AI has a good role to do in cryptocurrency context. It consists in detecting profiles, in also securing the different procedures of cryptocurrency. So yes, it is a very interesting domain.
Amazing. Ms. Farah, according to you, what is the role of artificial intelligence in combating cybersecurity issues in small and medium businesses?
Yes, so it is artificial intelligence, especially the machine learning, which is part of artificial intelligence. We learn from alerts data sets. So we construct rules And these rules are used in order to detect any suspect connection. So from data sets, we learn using AI, using machine learning algorithm. There is many types of machine learning algorithms, supervised, unsupervised, or reinforcement algorithms that aim to learn from a data set. So we learn from alerts data set, and based on this learning, we can detect suspicious connections. That's it.
Oh, that sounds interesting. Also, Ms. Farah, what, according to you, or how big is the role of data science in the industry of small and medium businesses?
Yes, the data science process is composed essentially of 4 parts. The first part is the data collection, how to collect data, either it is data, security data, or financial data, or from a medical context, data collection. The second part is the pre-processing of this data, eliminating redundancies, filling missing values, selecting attributes, relevant attributes. So this is the part of pre-processing. Then the part of machine learning, which consists in applying machine learning algorithm in order to learn from data set. And the fourth part is can be the part of data visualization, visualize the data. So this is the process of data science, and this process can be used, as I said, in many domains, in medicine, in finance, in security, in different domains.
Mm-hmm. Also, Ms. Farah, what are the chances of getting hacked or your data being breached in the small and medium scale industry? Like, what is the probability of that happening?
Yes, in cybersecurity context, because I made many experiments, many in that domain, so I can assure you that yes, that the machine learning algorithms such as neural networks, such as decision trees algorithm, have made very good results in terms of accuracy that can attain 90% of accuracy of detection rate. Okay, and in this actually I'm trying to experiment the deep learning algorithms, as we have big data. So when we have big data, big compute, deep learning can give us much better results than machine learning algorithms. And I'm trying to do simulation in order to show that the results can be better than using machine learning. So the results are very interesting, and as I said, they are about 90% of detection rates.
Amazing, amazing. Now, can we get this question, Dr. Christopher?
Sure. Yes.
Yes. So, what kind of firewalls should you think the MSME owners should use while using AI into their businesses?
What kind of firewall?
As in, what kind of boundaries should they keep for themselves?
Well,
or
I mean, I think I think in this world of, I mean, there is so much, there's hacking and we've always had corruption as long as we've been people in this world, right? So, I think it's very, very important that we have certain firewalls or certain things in place to protect our data, because again, it's that data that's critical in helping us move things forward. And some of that data can be proprietary. So it's very important that we have certain protocols in place and making sure that the people that are involved, that are seeing it, using it, and so on, that again, they've been screened and vetted and so on, to make sure that they're using it correctly and not misusing it or putting it into the hands of people that can, manipulate it in a way that doesn't benefit, others. So I think it's very, very important. If you get into all the technology deep down into it, I'm probably not the person that's going to be able to address that. Somebody else here on the panel might be able to get more involved in that. But if I look at it from a business perspective, absolutely. I think it's important that moving forward, and matter of fact, it's so funny because the person I'm having a meeting with right after our panel here is a guy that's well-versed in cybersecurity. So go figure. Go
That's
figure.
amazing.
Yeah. I'm having lunch with him shortly.
Okay.
So yeah, I think it's very, very important. So I see that part of as AI evolves and data science evolves, you're going to see the cybersecurity or that part of it also grow with it. So you got to definitely, be up to speed with that, no matter what size business that you're in.
Yes, yes. Miss Farah, what does it say on this? What does it say on the boundaries of
Mhm.
the boundaries that must be used in small and medium businesses in terms of AI and with Mr. Christopher?
What do you mean by a boundary?
As in, what are those boundaries
Mhm.
or those limitations which we should be aware of, we should be careful about in
So,
terms of
okay.
AI being small and medium
Okay.
business owners?
Okay. Limitation of AI that we could be careful about. So, in cybersecurity context or in business context, in
Yeah,
cybersecurity
in the
context.
small and medium, yeah, no, the small and medium businesses industry I'm talking about.
Okay.
Yes.
So, artificial intelligence is can be used as I said, in order to improve results, because it offers many possibility to learn from data sets, etc. And but as you know, learning, we cannot learn, is limited. Learning is limited. So for that reason, yeah, there is a hybridization between AI, machine learning, and the fuzzy logic, or the uncertainty theory. Because this theory, uncertainty theory, they treat uncertainties, and instead of having results such as it is 100% an attack, we can have results like it is 80% attacks or it is 70% attack. These results are due to the hybridization between fuzzy logic or uncertainty theory with machine learning AI. So if a connection that we don't know exactly, and that we cannot classify among the attacks, we can give it just a degree between 0 and 1 in order to classify this attack, this connection among the attacks. So AI, we cannot handle all domains by itself. It should be many other disciplines are supposed to be added to AI in order to achieve better results. That's it.
Right,
Mhm.
right. This question is
Mhm.
for both the panel members. So,
Mhm.
what do you think are the legal regulations at the small and medium businesses which must be aware of while using AI in the management of the small and medium businesses?
Got it. So you're talking about legal, right? Is that what I heard?
Yes,
Legal?
yes,
Yeah.
legal
Well,
regulations.
absolutely. Well, the thing is again, I can't speak on the behalf of India, but here in North America, it's very illegal driven, meaning that there are lawsuits galore. And especially if you're a small business, you do not want to find yourself in a lawsuit, even if you're right, even if you did nothing wrong. Someone bigger than you can put you out of business legally, through the system. So it's very important that, again, that you dot all your I's, cross all your T's, and make sure that you have really a good legal counsel, especially with people that understand this side of the business. That would probably be the best. But making sure that, again, that you be proactive up front rather than reactive. Many times in the legal side, many businesses, unless you're a large company, but I'm speaking on the behalf of smaller businesses, they tend to kind of be reactive when it comes to this particular area. It is critical that you invest and spend some time up front getting legal advice in this particular area, because there are many things that could come up that come out of nowhere that could really cripple your business in the system if somebody chooses to do that. So I think it should be part of your strategy and something that you should do up front in finding someone that, in this case, the best case scenario, somebody well versed in this space.
Totally, totally. Also, Ms. Farah, what is your say on this? What are legal regulations one must be aware of when utilizing AI into small and medium business industries?
Okay, legal regulation. So there are some laws, of course, that should be respected when utilizing AI. Especially in robotics fields. Okay, so as we know nowadays, they are simulating the human behavior with the robots. And this, as some experts said, this is becoming a little bit scary. Okay, so simulating. Now we are speaking about the effective computing, so which deals with emotion. So how to imitate emotions, human emotions, and this in order to replace humans effectively. So I think that this is a little bit scary, and there should be some laws, some regulations that should be respected by AI in order to put limitations. And the role of AI should be, as in my opinion, is to support, to help humans and not to replace humans.
True,
That's
true.
it.
True. Like, I mean, what an amazing session this has been, and I guess it's time to conclude. So,
Thank you.
I must say that we have no words to express our gratitude to both Ms. Farah and Mr. Christopher. Like, we've had an amazing and the most enriching time. Like, the past 1 hour has been extremely enriching, I must say. I and all the team members here and all the participants in this session have learned a lot today, I must say, and we have no words to express our gratitude to both of you for being so patient and clearing all our doubts regarding AI and its use in small and medium businesses. Like, it's amazing to have guidance of such industry experts and such elite people amongst us today. And thank you so much, and we're extremely obliged to both of you, Ms. Farah and Mr. Christopher, for taking time out from your busy schedules and sharing your knowledge with us today. We're extremely obliged. And I also take this opportunity to thank the management of Analytics Insight, Adlan, Nidhi for guiding us, and Satavasa for making this happen. Thank you so very much, everybody. Have an amazing time ahead, and happy holidays and happy New Year way to advance. And this is Samrita Sharma signing off.
Okay, thank you.
Happy holidays to everybody.
Happy holidays. Happy New Year. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Pleasure. Thank you. Bye.